The views and opinions of the producers, hosts, and guests in the show do not directly reflect the official stand and policies of the management, the network, and the company. Is your business lucky or not at the moment? Have no fear, luck can be near or right here. You are lucky to meet the Feng Shui Master. We welcome you to the online luck mentoring program to help you unlock solutions to business case problems and profit with honor and lucky prosperity. Relax and enjoy your fun learning with your partner in luck, Master Aldrich Nalumpines. Broadcasting live from Big Media, this is Philippine Business Feng Shui.
Hi, good evening. Happy Wednesday for tonight, and our topic, as discussed last week, will be four groups of unlucky plants to avoid in your office as well as your business premises, no? Homes, office, factories, no? uh, so as to uh, avoid bad chi or misfortune. Okay, so these are four plant groups, and I'll add one special group, no, which is a category in itself also. Okay, so uh, get ready with your uh, pen and papers to take note. In the meantime, let's pause for a station break.
We'll be back shortly. This is Philippine Business Feng Shui, only here on Big Media.
Technology allows us to explore a variety of opportunities. So why not grab one for you? Kickstart your online business with Big Benta. Create an account, visit our store builder, then make your online shop. Be visible, gain customers, and run your business hassle-free. Plus, enjoy the support of our local merchandising team to maximize our platform. Make technology work for you with Big Benta, Pinoy e-commerce site made for you. After this pandemic, let's support the Filipino community. Buy local, visit local, go local.
Now back to Philippine Business Feng Shui, only here on Big Media.
Okay, so let's begin with the first group of plants that can wreak havoc to your life. No? Uh, well, each one has kanya-kanyang trip, so to speak. No? And there are many hobbies along this group of plants that uh, we can let them be with their hobby, but the reality is uh, they're living in bad feng shui. Okay, I'm referring to the group of plants called bonsai. Okay, many a Filipino would like to turn Japanese as they really think so. Okay, uh, who wants to appreciate the aesthetic arts of bonsai hobby, but a bonsai plant is a bonsai plant, and at the end of the day, uh, since you will be emotionally attached to your plants, whether you're a plantito or not, just like your house, show me your plant and I'll tell you who you are. Okay? Uh, why? Because after 3 months of caring of a plant that you're taking care of, you're growing, you love as a hobby, it is becoming an expression of yourself. Okay? But this time, physically, the act of pruning and limiting the growth of a bonsai plant, if only to control it, no, also affects your life as the owner. You also control your life to the point that you also prune it and you limit your growth horizons, be it career or otherwise, no? So bonsai in all its forms, be it artificial or the real one, uh, in your house, in your garden, or in your office, is actually bad chi. No, it brings sha chi or negative chi. It limits your growth. Uh, I just like to emphasize this. I just came from a meeting with an architect. We were discussing uh, why all of a sudden uh, a client wanted to revise their home plan, introducing a big basement, uh, hiding all their practically their garage in the basement, while keeping the overhead garden driveway area open. And I was shocked to learn that the owner is doing this for one simple reason. Uh, it's in preference to give space requirements to his bonsai hobby. Okay? He wants more garden space. Well, it's your property, but here, literally, you can see uh, how a mere small plant or bonsai can bonsai or limit an owner's space. No? Uh, you invest in a big property, uh, and it comes to a point you trade off your happiness. Uh, the choice is between your bonsai and you. Okay, so you give more space to the bonsai. Funny as it may seem, it's true. It's no different from, let's say, one Filipino uh, who wants to take care of Alaskan sled dogs would start breeding Alaskan sled dogs in his office, to the point that because Alaskan sled dogs needs aircon, his executive office with a 3-toner aircon becomes the kennel of his sled dogs while he works in a desk outside in the bodega. Okay? So, kanya-kanyang trip yan, but feng shui, whether we like it or not, will catch up with you. Okay? So, you have to be careful with bonsai uh, plants. Okay? It's okay if there are ways and means to remedy it feng shui wise. But sometimes there are situations that it can come in combination situationally. Let's say this time it comes with a combination of a tumbok situation that serves as a physical constraint, or having a creek at the back of the house, such that having a basement will be dangerous, no? Because of drainage problems. You know, uh, this is far from the bonsai issue, but uh, having a basement, there are just two rules: well ventilation and good drainage. But when you come to reality, be you a resident of Forbes Park or gated villages, the bottom line at the end of the day, those with basements, uh, just one oversight in terms of ventilation and drainage, they make a mess out of their lives. First, health wise. Second, practically, the basement space becomes not only a health threat, but also naturally a noise pollution threat, especially in a Philippine subdivision setting, especially if there's a creek at the back. No, why? Because of bullfrogs and garden frogs and all types of frogs. Okay, they get attracted to the humidity. They pass through the drains. They reside in the basement, and especially if the basement starts a little bit flooding during rainy season, wow, you will not be able to sleep the whole night as your whole basement converts into a veritable arena or Araneta Coliseum with a rock concert of frogs calling to each other in their mating calls. Okay? That's a practical reality you have to contend with. At least uh, that's just frogs. In some villages, wow, their basement is a literal fish pond uh, during rainy season. Maraming mudfish, dalag, whatever, tilapia, finding their way into the basement. But what's worse is, uh, you know, we're in a pandemic, and that type of environment, dampness, bad humidity, bad chi, creates and breeds bacteria, suffice it to say, also viruses. Okay? So, be careful with uh, these environmental considerations. Biro mo, nakarating na tayo sa basement dahil lang sa bonsai. Okay? So that's how bad a bonsai can uh, affect your life. Okay? So that first group of category, bonsais, will no. Now what's the remedy? Okay? If you have a bonsai plant, let it grow naturally. Okay? Uh, you uh, take nature by its arms. After all, you like to prune it, you like to control it. This time, you reverse it. Let nature grow. Let it flow. Okay? Create giant bonsais. Okay? Let the bonsai grow. Don't trim it. You may discipline it, but as much as possible, no trimming, no pruning. Let it grow. Okay? Go with the flow. Okay? Then you have a unique bonsai collection. Giant bonsais. Okay? And see your life grow too. Okay? So, uh, that's the first group. Uh, bonsai. Well, now we understand why purveyors of bonsai also grow that much only. Okay? Uh, I don't know if some of them joined the NBA. Okay? Anyway, uh, that's the first group. Please take note of that, and let's pause for another station break.
We'll be back shortly. This is Philippine Business Feng Shui, only here on B Media.
Get into the treasure trove of undiscovered music through Napalm, your new all-Pinoy alternative music program. Whether it's rock, metal, reggae, soul, or pop, we have it covered. Napalm features upcoming Pinoy artist and musician, hosted by your alternative revivalist, Charlie Diaz, and resident trajista, Parts Moro. So sit back and relax. Enjoy Napalm, only here on V81 Radio, Manila, where alternative lives. Welcome to Pride and Proud Asia, Asia's first online radio show that champions LGBT contribution and leadership in business and in our country and the region. Hosted by the Philippine LGBT Chamber of Commerce, visibility, representation, and empowerment. This is Pride and Proud Asia. Saturdays, 8 p.m. Philippine time. Only here on V81 Radio, Manila. Happy Pride! An online program that takes you to all corners of beauty and lifestyle. This is Beauty in a Box, providing insights on how beauty and lifestyle of all kinds will be of help to everyone, may it be in their professional or personal lives, by improving one's confidence. Beauty in a Box, every Saturday, 1 p.m. Philippine time, hosted by certified makeup artist and beauty enthusiast, Aaliyah Ambre. Beauty in a Box, only here on V81 Radio, Manila. The program for the millennials that will showcase young professionals' worth, aspirations, and successes in doing what they believe is right, progressive, and inclusive. Making a difference. Making a difference. Join them as they discover the path to self and societal fulfillment while making a difference. Hosted by empowered and cool millennial Erica Mizon. Together with her cool millennials, they will be making a difference every Saturday, 3 p.m. Philippine time. Only here on V81 Radio, Manila. Buckle up and get ready, set, and go. We're bringing you the action on air here on Sports Watch. Join Sports Girl anchor Nicole Ganglani as she dives deep into the lives of the athletes, fitness personalities, and enthusiasts from sports industry. Sports Watch every Saturday, 11 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. Philippine time. Only here on V81 Radio, Manila.
Now back to Philippine Business Feng Shui, only here on B Media.
Okay, so take note. Bonsai applies to even small bric-a-bracs that connote bonsai, even wall prints or picture prints or artwork that shows bonsai on your walls. Okay, so you have to be careful. Oftentimes, giveaways of let's say Japanese travel agencies with bonsai collection pictures, the tripod type of calendar on your office desk. Don't overlook this. No, popularly in the comfort rooms, they have these small bonsai figurines. No, so as much as possible, uh, if you want to really grow to your full human potential and age gracefully, do get rid of these things. Okay, so let's go now to our next group of plants. Okay, um, I'm referring now to creeping plants. No? Most popularly, vines. No? Yung mga gumagapang na halaman. No? Uh, there are a lot of types, especially the water plants, those you put in flower vases, uh, like our lolas or parents. They put in a flower vase, and uh, the leaves of the plant in the vases are like vines. They creep down, no? Even if they're area plants, as long as they creep down. The rule with creeping plants is uh, it's okay if you guide them to creep upwards. No? You put a trellis-like structure or balag or a guide. And the other popular culprit when it comes to creeping plants is in the fencing. No? Even if you live in plush villages, Forbes Park, New Manila, you know the popular Spanish ivy or Singapore ivy, the one that creeps on adobe or hollow block fences, the one that has a romantic appeal, like in Europe, just like in Tuscany, they creep up buildings of walls. Uh, but you know, the negative chi or shachi of having creeping plants is that the moment they touch the ground level from an elevated space, let's say it's in a pot, then it touches the ground or is planted by the wall, and due to poor maintenance, parts of the plants start creeping on the ground. It attracts depression. In Tagalog, in Filipino language, gapang din ang buhay. No? Your life starts to creep too. Okay? Those with even artificial creeping plants, they want this American colonial look, country look. They put the drooping and creeping looking vines on top of cabinets or shelves and let them droop downward. Uh, the net effect of this is a drooping human chi also. Your energy will be lacking, and it always leads to sadness and depression. Okay? So the best places, if you have this, is best how to get rid of this, donate it to a nearby temple or church. Okay? If you notice the altars, if you have artificial plants or live plants or flower vases like that, uh, the altar, the church or adoration chapel or even a grotto is the right place for it to be. Okay? Because most of the people who go there and pray are sad after all. No? So misery loves company. Okay? So avoid at all costs creeping and drooping uh, plants if you don't like to attract sadness and depression and a creepy life also. Yung your life will be struggling. Okay? Remember always, in Feng Shui, suffering is optional. So why suffer with just because of having a creeping plant in your office or in your house? Throw it away or get rid of it properly, but never give it away to another person because it is karmic. Okay, just like bonsai also, don't give it to another person. You will bonsai their life. Okay, in creeping, you will make their life creep. Okay, but law of nature, you sow what you reap. Those things will also come back to your life. So never gift it away. Okay, a lot of naughty clients always ask, can I give it to my enemy? Especially in office politics. Oh, very bad. Okay, so never, never uh, give away creeping plants. Okay. Now, what's the relevance of these bad plant categories? No? First of all, Mother's Day is around the corner. Uh, I understand annually it's celebrated May 10. Uh, First of all, I'd like to give credit in the Philippines to my former boss, who is actually the rightful person who introduced Mother's Day observation in the retail field, the malls here in the Philippines. Uh, Happy Mother's Day to Mr. Sammy Lim. I think he's still with the franchise uh, groups in the Philippines. But he's a good guy. No? He introduced Mother's Day celebration here um, in honor of his love and respect for his mother. Okay, so uh, the relevance is to avoid gifting on Mother's Day negative plans. Okay, so iwas tayo sa malas. No? Don't give bad gifts like this to our beloved mothers. Okay, and loved ones, no? Sisters who are mothers and cousins. Okay, so with that, that ends our uh, second group of categories. No? In the meantime, we'll have another break, but do prepare your questions already. No, no holds bar questions when it comes to your questions about plants. No? What's good, what's bad, and whatever comes to your mind tonight. Okay? Let's enjoy this freewheeling discussion. In time, let's have another break. Okay?
We'll be back shortly. This is Philippine Business Feng Shui, only here on B Media.
Technology allows us to explore a variety of opportunities. So why not grab one for you? Kickstart your online business with Big Benta. Create an account, visit our store builder, then make your online shop. Be visible, gain customers, and run your business hassle-free. Plus, enjoy the support of our local merchandising team to maximize our platform. Make technology work for you with Big Benta, Pinoy e-commerce site made for you. After this pandemic, let's support the Filipino community. Buy local, visit local, go local.
Jungle.
Now back to Philippine Business Feng Shui, only here on Big Media.
Okay. So, uh, remember the remedy for creeping plants is just to trim them. No? Never let them touch the ground as much as possible from the vase or from the pots or limit their growth. No, no different from your high school and college ROTC experience for guys, and I don't know the rules for the girls, no? But it's like your haircut, no? It should be trimmed always above the ears or above the collar, no? Don't let it droop, okay? So that's the second group of plants to avoid. Okay. Let's go to the third group, which are the thorny plants. Okay. Now, why are thorny plants bad? Thorns are like spikes and they point to the aura of the human being, admiring them. No? So even if you admire a beautiful rose, full American red rose, full stem, but its stem has big thorns. Instead of creating a positive effect, it will puncture your aura. Okay, and tendency is any thorny plant invites envy and intrigue. Okay, which is not uncommon. Even on Valentine's Day, in office settings or among friends, somebody, a sweeter, let's say, gives your friend uh, an American rose, long stem, somebody right away gets envy or jealous. That's how simple it can get. Okay? So, be careful with this category of thorny plants. No? And what same, even artificial or even in paintings, drawings, calendars, or pictures. Okay, don't have it in your environment at home and at work. Okay, um, so what are samples of thorny plants? The most popular are cactus, the one with the spikes. Okay, the other most taken for granted are the succulents. No, uh, they're cactus-like, but the leaves has small spikes. Okay, a popular type would be this healthy plant used for growing hair or for cosmetics, aloe vera. Okay, it's easy to take care of in pots at home, like a herbal plant. But what's the remedy if you have this? Well, of course, it's bad if you trim down all the thorns of a cactus. So just better to get rid of cactuses in your environment that are spiky and thorny. As for some succulents, you can still nip the bud, so to speak, the thorns with the nail cutter, okay, or nipper. Uh, Other thorny plants are the oliva, the spiky, plants in gardens. Many people resort to this as protection, natural protection for their gardens. So burglars cannot jump from the fence to the garden. They'll get tusok, no? Or punctured. Uh, what's the remedy if you have this? Especially if it's your Lola's favorite plant or your mother's. This is where you see the popularity of using eggshells. No? Uh, when you cook eggs, you just puncture from the bottom, be it red salted egg or the white egg, and they recycle the egg to cover the thorny tops. Okay, sometimes you see these plants in villages outside perimeter fences below the garden. You have spiky plants, but they have eggshells. Okay, but they're tricky because if you're a burglar, you jump on them, happen to run over them, uh, it will wound you, no? Because the eggshells will give way. Okay, so thorny plants always attract envy and intrigue. And most often than not, the worst combination is creepy and thorny plants. There are thorny plants that also creep. So the most popular in gardens, especially here in the Philippines, bougainvillea. No? Uh, so many have lined bougainvilleas in their fences, well, for natural defense against burglars, others for the beauty it evokes because of the various colors of uh, bougainvillea during flowering season, summertime, in all its shades, very romantic looking. No? However, it does attract a lot of envy, intrigue, and gossip. Okay, so thorny plants also uh, attract what we call backstabbing. No? Depending on the location, if the bougainvillea or the cactus is at the back of your house or back fence yung bougainvillea, you have backstabbing. If it's in front, front stabbing. The side stabbing. Okay, so you will feel like Julius Caesar being assassinated by your own friends or even relatives, no? Or even siblings because of envy and intrigue. Uh, that's how bad uh, the chi or the shachi created by thorny plants can go as far in one's life. No? Now, once it starts creeping on the ground, then that's where depression sets in and you get sad about your uh, life. Okay, so be careful. More often than not, a sad experience with bougainvilleas is just like a Mexican house. Uh, they let the bougainvillea grow on top of the roof all over. So it's like a colorful hut, but the net effect normally is it affects all the singles in the house because of the envy and intrigue it attracts. It's hard for single people in that house to get married. Okay, uh, I experienced one case only when we removed the bougainvillea covering that covered their house for almost 30 years. Uh, was she able to get married and live happily ever after? Okay, so bad feng shui, no? Creepy and thorny uh, plants. Okay, so the next group of plants we have the creepy, thorny, uh, bonsai. So far, no, three groups of plants. No, the fourth group of plants will be what I call graveyard or cemetery plants. Okay, this borders on superstition in most folklores, but they have practical uh, uh, applications or realities in feng shui. So what are these cemetery plants to avoid in your house? Most popular are cypress. Actually, cypress are plants you usually find in memorial parks, mausoleums, but some, because of its nice image, they plant it in their gardens. No? The other nice thing about cypress is during Christmas time, some love to burn the leaves, no, because of its aroma. Okay. Uh, However, it symbolizes death. No? So it has a negativity feeling or chi in its aura, and it influences uh, the occupants of a place into negative thinking, especially always thinking about death. Okay. Another bad tree or plant uh, that is a graveyard plant is Indian tree. These tall trees, just like Jack and the Beanstalk, very popular in India and others. And normally here in the Philippines, they use it as a berm or like a curtain, especially if your wall is facing the west side in the garden. They fill it up with Indian trees, line it up to serve as a natural plant curtain, no? To shield you from the afternoon sun. But actually, in feng shui, very bad feng shui. It symbolizes like a Chinese joss stick or incense stick used for offering in for the dead. Okay, it's like a symbol too of a candle. So reminds you of death and funerals. Okay, so not good to have Indian trees in your uh, factory premises, especially borders, fences, farms, uh, even offices, parking lots, subdivision developments, open spaces, and your own garden. Okay, so there, uh, the last most popular no in your garden is the kalachuchi, a plant popular in Singapore, Malaysia, Hong Kong, in Asia, no? But it's very popular too in all graveyards, from Hong Kong Happy Valley to Chinese cemeteries, uh, and the flower itself, Kalachuchi flower, well, it looks Hawaiian. The scent is uh, often used not just for lace, but lace for the dead, no? Corona ng patay, no? Uh, Wreath, funeral wreaths, no? So very bad connotation. Okay, so remember these categories of plants you have to be careful of. Now, I mentioned a special group of plants we take up later. When we come back, we'll have an open uh, forum for your questions. In the meantime, let's pause for another break.
We'll be back shortly. This is Philippine Business Feng Shui, only here on Big Media.
Get into the treasure trove of undiscovered music through Napalm, your new all-Pinoy alternative music program. Whether it's rock, metal, reggae, soul, or pop, we have it covered. Napalm features upcoming Pinoy artist and musician, hosted by your alternative revivalist, Charlie Diaz, and resident rockista, Pards Moro. So sit back and relax. Enjoy Napalm. Only here on V81 Radio, Manila, where alternative lives. Welcome to Pride and Proud Asia, Asia's first online radio show that champions LGBT contribution and leadership in business and in our country and the region. Hosted by the Philippine LGBT Chamber of Commerce, visibility, representation, and empowerment. This is Pride and Proud Asia. Saturdays, 8 p.m. Philippine time. Only here on V81 Radio, Manila. Happy Pride! An online program that takes you to all corners of beauty and lifestyle. This is Beauty in a Box, providing insights on how beauty and lifestyle of all kinds will be of help to everyone, may it be in their professional or personal lives, by improving one's confidence. Beauty in a Box, every Saturday, 1 p.m. Philippine time, hosted by certified makeup artist and beauty enthusiast, Aaliyah Ambre. Beauty in a Box, only here on V81 Radio, Manila. The program for the millennials that will showcase young professionals' worth, aspirations, and successes in doing what they believe is right, progressive, and inclusive. Making a difference. Making a difference. Join them as they discover the path to self and societal fulfillment while making a difference. Hosted by empowered and cool millennial Erica Mizon. Together with her cool millennials, they will be making a difference. Every Saturday, 3 p.m. Philippine time. Only here on V81 Radio, Manila. Buckle up and get ready, set, and go. We're bringing you the action on air here on Sports Watch. Join Sports Girl anchor Nicole Ganglani as she dives deep into the lives of the athletes, fitness personalities, and enthusiasts from sports industry. Sports Watch every Saturday, 11 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. Philippine time. Only here on V81 Radio, Manila.
Now back to Philippine Business Feng Shui, only here on Big Media.
Okay, so with that four group of categories, let's now add a special group of plants. Not necessarily bad, it's just the layout or positioning in your house or office that's critical when it comes to this group of plants. And I'm referring to flowering plants. Okay. Perhaps it's only now that you will discover that it is bad if you notice any Chinese house, the front of the house, especially left and right of the main door and the gate, normally do not have any flowering plants. And just to be safe, they don't put any plant for that matter. It's all concrete, paper, sidewalk. Okay, this is simply because of the negative feng shui or bad feng shui. That if you have flowering plants in front of your main door, be it in the office or at home, each time the plant flowers, the husband of the family will have roving eyes. Hence, let's say in Chinese, they're very naughty and literal. The husband starts to look for another flower. Okay, so he will act like a bee, flitting from flower to flower. But in fairness, in this age of women's lib and women's rights, women of the house also tend to flirt away during this season of flowering plants in front of the house. So a typical Chinese home, even in Hong Kong or Beijing, in their hotungs or compounds, all concrete in front. Okay, they avoid uh, any flowering plant in front, be it orchids, be it a flowering tree. The most popular they avoid is the santan, no? You know, the one with the nectar that we like to sip on. Uh, any flowering plant. No? Now, commonly overlooked flowering plants in front of the house, which you have to be aware of even in your offices, is what you call ground cover shrubs. No? Uh, I'm referring to the peanut. You know, it's like a peanut plant, all green, then suddenly they flower yellow flowers. No? And I mentioned already santan. Others are street side flowers like lantana. Well, others do have rose collections. Um, so you have to be careful. Orchids. So you just put your floral plant group collections behind the house, on the sides, but never in front. Especially also in office settings. No? Uh, you have to be careful because you know uh, well, it's good, it's pandemic nowadays, but in normal times it will attract a lot of infernal or illicit affairs when it comes to human resource management. It will be a big problem if you have internal illicit affairs between boss, subordinates, or office co-employees. The mere fact that it already affects conflict of interest, as case may be. Okay. Worse is uh, client-customer affairs. No? Okay. So you have to be careful with flowering plants, even if artificial also. Okay. So when I say front, it's the front, yung garden, not necessarily the reception. Uh, or parang living room ng office. Okay? So, with that, we complete the five groups of what to avoid when it comes to unlucky plants. So, in the meantime, do you have any questions? Okay. Well, you're formulating, some are just formulating your questions now. Give you more time. Let me share with you certain experiences as to other bad plants, uh, exotic as they may be, to avoid uh, because of their very bad feng shui. One plant to avoid, although it's rare to have one, is what we call the black bamboo. Uh, it's like a Chinese bamboo or typical bamboo, but the stems are color black. No? Uh, very bad. More often than not, uh, uh, clients who collected this end up having uh, cancer. No? They get sick of cancer, either cancer of the breast, and mostly the women. No? So beware. No? And of course, not all bamboos are good. Beware of the spiky and thorny bamboos for reason of envy and intrigue also. Okay. Now, any other uh, plants that uh, can give you the spook will be, let's say, some take care of essential oil plants like ilang-ilang. Okay. The smell of ilang-ilang would be like a funeral parlor too, no? Or like perfume of the dead, no? So when it's in season, it has an eerie, haunted smell around your house. Okay, so be careful with this stuff. Okay, so we have a question here. Let me wear my eyeglasses. This is from uh, Miss Ong. Uh, Good evening, Master Aldrich. Paano po pag nasa tabi ng bakod sa unahan ng may flowering tree every summer? Di, ano, you have a problem, Houston. Okay? So, pansinin mo lang kung every summer nagpa-flower yung kung malapit yung sa bakod, kung masaya si Mister, no? Okay? At tingnan mo na rin kung masaya si Yaya. Okay? At baka naman kayo ni Manong driver ang masaya. So, you have to be very discerning about this flowering plant by your bakod. Okay? As long as it's in the front of your house. Okay? Be careful. Okay. So, any other questions? This is by Tina Casino from New Jersey. Hi, Master. So all creepy plants are bad feng shui in general. In general, the rule is as long as you don't let them creep or touch the ground, okay, it will not be depressing or gapang ang buhay. You can still control it, okay? That's the remedy. But if you let it flow as it is, keep on the ground, then you will feel also the effect on your life. Gapang din ang buhay. Okay. So, next question. This is I couldn't read that. No? So, good evening, Master. What's this? Excuse me. I couldn't. Can I ask the assistants from our technical group to please read aloud? For a while. Noy? It's too small, the print. Marigold at orchids, ilipat lang. Okay. Pwede pakibasa.
Roses ko po nasa terrace tapat ng main door. Carnation at marigold orchids. Lipat ko na lang sa gilid.
Yes. Flowering plants in front of the main door. Just transfer. That's the only simple remedy. Relocate, no? never in front. Okay. Next question, please. Connie. Okay. Pakibasa lang ulit. Ito na. Ano? Yung buong line.
Anong plants pwede i-avoid?
Anong?
Plants pwede i-avoid.
Connie naman. Anong plants pwede avoid? Nakikinig ka ba? So, ilista mo ha. Sulat mo sa eyebrow mo. Kuha ka ng eyebrow pencil. Kalachuchi. Okay. Graveyard plants. Yung mga sa Bisaya dahil yung mga pangpatyo ba? Yung pang sementeryo na halaman. Okay. Huwag ka maglagay ng kalachuchi sa tenga mo at mag-tiktok. Malas yan. Okay? Amoy patay ka. Okay? Second, yung creeping plants, yung gumagapang. No? Yung mga vines. Okay? So, thorny, mga cactus. Okay? Yung collection mo, tingnan mo sa labas. Okay? Alam ko, ba't mo naman kinolekta yan? Mura eh. Okay? So, just because mura, feeling plantito ka na, plantita. Huwag. No? Ano pa? Yung flowering plants, ilipat lang. Huwag sa harap ng bahay. Okay? So, malinaw yan, Connie ha. Next, next question. Oh, Delia Jimenez.
Flowering plant inside the garden of our neighbor on the other side of the road.
Okay. Ikaw naman, Delia. Napaka-pakialamera mo naman. Sa kapitbahay nyo na yan. May problema na nila yan. It's not your feng shui at all. Okay? Mind your own business. Stick to your garden. Okay? Do not ang kay Eva. Kaya mo na yung mansanas niya. Okay? So, next question. Josh Mirano. O Josh, graduate ka na ba? Ang law. Master.
Kailan ka pwede sa Las Piñas?
Naloko na. Bawal lumabas. Stay at home. Pwede tayo online. Okay? Sa mga clients kong nagpupumilit mag face-to-face, pasensya na po. I will be a law-abiding citizen muna during this pandemic. Okay? We can do everything online. If you can study law online, why not feng shui online? Okay? Very simple analogy. Okay? So just get in touch. You may message me through Instagram. Okay, Josh. Next message. Who's this? Not Flores Liwanag.
Millionaire's Vine.
Oh.
Question mark.
Oh, Millionaire's Vine. Or not. That's beyond our topic. Our topic now is malas na plants. Millionaire's Vine is swerte na plant. So you're out of order. Not. Okay. Stand corrected. Next question, please. Charis Isidro.
Snake plant pero tip niya nakatusok talaga. Kailangan ko ba ilipat? Meron ako snake plant.
Meron ka snake plant. Tip niya nakatusok sa labas. Bakit mo ililipat? Namumulaklak ba yung flowering plant ba yung snake plant sa harap ng bahay nyo? I know snake plants flowers, but once in a blue moon, no? Nothing wrong with snake plant. So, hindi kailangan po ilipat. Kung matusok yung talagang matalim yung dulo ng snake plant na parang spike, which is rare, no? I don't see any snake plant like that. Pwede nyo lagyan ng shell ng itlog. That's the only remedy. Okay? Any other? Next question, please. Delia ulit.
Calachuchis, far end of our garden. Likod ng grotto. Kailangan alisin.
Yes. As long as it's in your premises, it's bad, no? Okay. Maganda nga yung grotto mo, cemetery naman, di ba? So, depende kung nagpa-practice na kayo, okay? So, better to remove. Alright? Pero yan din, no? When you remove plants by ritual, there is one simple advice, just like our folklore, magtabi-tabi po kayo, excuse me, or offering. Okay? Next question. Okay. So far, no question. In the meantime, let's have another station break. Okay? Prepare your questions when we come back.
We'll be back shortly. This is Philippine Business Feng Shui, only here on Big Media.
Technology allows us to explore a variety of opportunities. So why not grab one for you? Kickstart your online business with Big Benta. Create an account, visit our store builder, then make your online shop. Be visible, gain customers, and run your business hassle-free. Plus, enjoy the support of our local merchandising team to maximize our platform. Make technology work for you with Big Benta, Pinoy e-commerce site made for you. After this pandemic, let's support the Filipino community. Buy local, visit local, go local.
Now back to Philippine Business Feng Shui, only here on Big Media.
Okay. So, may question ba? Okay, no yun. Connie again. Master, last na tanong. Hehe. Saan ko po ilipat ang mga cactus at gumagapang na plant? Thanks, patay. Okay? Yung cactus, for as long as may mga tulis-tulis, may tunok ba? Cebuano, habuin mo na. Okay? Or i-donate mo sa isang chapel or church ground. Okay? Huwag kang manghinayang. Okay? Same din sa mga gumagapang na halaman. I-donate mo sa gardener ng simbahan. Okay? Kaya marami yan sa simbahan. Lahat ng may mga tinik, doon. Okay? Huwag manghinayang. Huwag mo ibenta kasi karma rin. No? Balik din sa'yo yan. Kawawa naman yung pagbebentahan mo. Huwag mo rin pamigay. Karma din. Okay? So be good. When you wake up tomorrow, you wear your face shield, face mask, you bring that to church grounds and donate. Okay? Don't set up a community pantry cactus or creeping plants. Very bad. Okay? Baka ano ka pa, you become an angel. Okay? So, next question. IP Joseph. Master, hindi rin po ba advisable na magkaroon ng hanging plants pababa po? Okay lang kung nakahang siya pababa, wag lang sasayad sa lupa. You gets? Okay? So kahit na meron ka ng buhok ni Maria, buhok ni Bruja, kung ano-anong buhok pa, okay? Huwag mo lang pasayarin sa lupa. Gets? Okay. The next question. Adelia, paano dragon fruits, master? Bawal din? Yes, yes. Yung dragon fruits, lalo na yung mga nagtatanim pa, may mga poste pa sa harap ng bahay. Maganda tingnan, no? Kaso yung spike ng dragon fruit, yung mga tanim ng mga gilid ng parang cactus. Pwede rin kung mapagtiyagahan mo, ipaklip mo yung pa-nipper mo yung, pa-prune mo yung mga spike ng dragon fruit. Let the fruit grow lang. Pero yung mga tulis-tulis, bad feng shui yan. It attracts envy and intrigue. Unang-una, yung kapitbahay mo, mahinggit na sin, dami mo dragon fruit. Baka hindi ka pa namimigay. Okay? So, ingat. Okay? Next question. Who's this? Lloyd. Lloyd. Okay. Hello, Master. Good evening. Is bonsai aquarium tree malas? Yung decor ng ng bonsai sa aquarium. Oo. No? Baka hindi lumaki isda mo. Okay. So, just get rid of it. Unang-una, depende sa isda mo. Kung ang isda mo arowana, bawal din yan yung mga ganyang bonsai na decor, no? Nakakasugat kasi pag naghabulan ng pagkain ng arowana at saka yung feeder fish. Okay? Pag nasugatan yung arowana, ma-infect. Pwedeng mamatay. Okay? So, it limits also your growth, no? Pagka may bonsai na symbol na ganyan. Okay? Just ang advice ko dyan, plastic yan, sunugin mo na lang. Ha? Para hindi nakakakarma. Mamaya tapon mo, may makapulot. Gamitin, karma, babalik din sa'yo. Huwag mo rin pamigay o huwag mo i-decor kahit sa banyo or other parts of the house. Okay? Next question. Si Jazz. Okay. Ito ay sa tigas ng ulo dito. Okay, Master. Yung forever rich na plant, ako pwede po ba sa office table ko? Oo naman. As long as may sunlight and pwede namang indoor yung forever rich. Yeah, isa sa pinakamagandang halaman. Okay. Next question. Okay. Uh, Madako tayo sa ano, um, pagdating sa plants, you have to be careful. This is beyond plants, no? Since uso ngayon ng halaman, collection, container, ang number one bawal sa paso, yung pot or container ng plant, bawal na bawal yung octagon shape. Yung gilid niya, minsan may mga pasong Chinese, parang antique, porcelain pa yung dating, pero 8 equal corners yung sides. Malas po yun. No? It will make you stuck in life. Okay? The other is may mga plastic containers din aside from porcelain. Or sometimes plain terracotta pots na octagon. And you have to be careful when it comes to octagon, yung plastic container you put under the pot to be receptacle for the water para hindi mag-spill sa floor, especially for indoor plants. Avoid octagon shapes. Okay? Yung iba plant holders, yung parang patungan ng plants, octagon, or tables, or plates, very bad. Okay? Any question? So far, ayun. Who's this? Rosel Salvacion. Oh, Rosel from Iloilo. Okay. Malas po ba, Master, yung mga grass? Wow, pare. Anong klaseng grass yan, Rosel? Okay. Malas kung marijuana, no? Kasi ulihin ka ng PIDEA. Okay. Kita mo ngayon, araw-araw, nasa balita sa radyo. Ilang, ano ba yan? Bricks ba yan? Mayroon pa silang contact sa loob ng New Bilibid Prison na Chinese national. Okay? So, depende sa grass. No? Maraming klaseng grass. Bermuda grass, Carabao grass. Hindi malas ang grass. No? Ang malas is certain kinds of grass na the tallest grass in the world. Alam mo ba, Rosel, na ang kawayan ay grass? Damo lang yan. So, ang iwasan mo, yung kawayan na matinik at kulay itim. Okay? So, yun lang ang no-no sa grass. All other forms, mga frog grass, bluegrass, Bermuda grass, okay, as long as they grow. No? Adequate sunlight in your garden. Huwag pilitin kung hindi tumutubo. Marami kasi mapilit eh. So, kung titingnan nyo yung garden nila, panot, no? May portion na hindi tumutubo yung grass. Kasi hindi naarawan. Okay? Artificial grass, okay lang din. Nakabibili na ngayon, parang carpet. Diba? Para lang linoleum. Yung iba, just to have the feel of a grassy turf, mukha pang golf green, bili lang ng ilang yarda, cover a certain concrete area, kala mo may Bermuda garden ka na. Nothing wrong with that. Okay? So, I hope that answers your question, Rosel. Connie uli. Last na. Okay, Connie. Anong tanong mo? May dragon fruit din kami dito sa Garden Master Aldrich Black. Tanggalin ko ba? O hindi ka na naman nakikinig? Sus Mario Joseph ka talaga. Ay, lusion ko imo kigol, ha? Sa Cebuano. Okay? Listen carefully. Sabi ko, pwede yung dragon fruit if you have tiyaga to manicure or pedicure the dragon stem, yung fruit. Kasi may mga tulis-tulis yun, kaya parang dragon. Eh. Parang may mga dragon fin, di ba? So, tanggalin mo yung fins. Let the dragon flow lang na magkaroon ng prutas. Okay? So, yun lang. Nothing wrong. Tapos mag-TikTok ka na ulit. Okay? Connie? Next question. Who's this? James. James. James is the owner of Yang Chow chain of restaurants. So, just check out their Facebook page for you to order online nowadays. Okay? African variegated plant master. Okay ba? Okay, ang African variegated plant. Here's one tip pala. When you choose plants or trees, especially in your landscaping, just make sure it's in consonance also with your maintenance program. Kasi yung ibang trees, hard to maintain, madahon, nagsished ng dahon, nakakabara ng drainage. I just mentioned this kasi naalala ko yung isang variety naman ng tree is called African tulip. Yun yung maganda yung red yung bulaklak or vermilion orange. Pero pag naglaglagan na yung mga bulaklak, nakakabara ng drainage. Lalo na pagka napunta sa gutter ng bubong ng bahay. No? Madaling makasira. Kaya yung iba, kala natin maganda, ayala alabang, nakatira katabi, may acacia trees. Alam mo ang problema sa acacia trees, una, makalat sa drainage, hirap i-maintain. Pangalawa, ang daming caterpillar. So kawawa mga bata or your house help sa bahay, pag napuntahan ng higad, pasok sa katawan, sa leeg, parang sa school, di ba? Yung karamihan ng mga school, lalaglagan tayo ng higad galing sa acacia tree. Aside from, of course, yung nakakabara sa drainage and gutters. Okay, so you have to be careful. So I hope that answers your question, James. Nothing wrong with variegated variety. Connie na naman. Okay. Masters Aldrich Black. Anito? Cranberry Master sa garden. Okay ba? Cranberry? Meron ka nun? Abay, jam lang yun. Okay? Pero nothing wrong with cranberry. Okay yan. Very healthy. Alagaan. Okay? So, next question. Ferds Medina. Master, yung giant sunflower, okay ba? Sorry, late ako. Okay lang yung giant sunflower, Ferdy. Nothing wrong aside from the resultant sunflower seeds you can use for your use to recycle some for your feeds, no? For piggery and ducks. Okay. Nothing wrong. Any other questions so far? Okay. In the meantime, let's have a station break. Okay.
We'll be back shortly. This is Philippine Business Feng Shui, only here on Big Media.
Technology allows us to explore a variety of opportunities. So why not grab one for you? Kickstart your online business with Big Benta. Create an account, visit our store builder, then make your online shop. Be visible, gain customers, and run your business hassle-free. Plus, enjoy the support of our local merchandising team to maximize our platform. Make technology work for you with Big Benta, Pinoy e-commerce site made for you. After this pandemic, let's support the Filipino community. Buy local, visit local, go local.
Now back to Philippine Business Feng Shui, only here on Big Media.
Okay. So we're back. Now for plant collectors, if you want to improve your garden and as much as possible make it a lucky garden, do tune in regularly. We'll fill up your collection list as we go along. In the meantime, to start it rolling, if you want more joy in your life, you can start collecting the various colors of Vietnam rose. I don't know if you know what Vietnam rose looks like. Just Google it. But it's a very popular plant, especially in elementary schools when you were young. No? It's used normally for school gardens as ground cover because of their colorful colors. Okay, so that's one initial tip. Next week we'll have a surprise topic, no? In relation to business. Okay, so as we end our time for tonight, happy Mother's Day again to all mothers listening now, and see you next week. And remember, sa ikaunlad ng bayan, Feng Shui po kailangan. Thank you and good night. Happy weekend and Mother's Day on Sunday.
For harnessing luck and success in doing business. This is Philippine Business Feng Shui at your service. Sa ikaunlad ng bayan, Feng Shui ang kailangan. Hosted by your partner in luck, Master Adric Dalumpines. Every Wednesdays at 8 p.m. See you on our next learning modules for luck in business. Only here on Big Media.